and as holiday shopping is projected to increase, it's more important that we take the necessary steps to try to ensure that we don't find ourselves more and more in debt. So here now to discuss some tips on how to stay financially safe, his financial advisor, David Reyes. Good to see you, David. How are you?
Great to be here.
All right, here we go. The holidays are quickly approaching. I mean, what do we do so we're not in the poorhouse with all these gifts we got to buy?
Well, think about it kind of like, you go to the grocery store, right? And what happens when you go to the checkout line? What do they ask you? Paper or plastic, right?
Okay, right.
So good analogy for, paper being cash and plastic being a credit card. Cash is always king, so to speak, and paper helps our planet, and I think cash will help your pocketbook. Okay. So I think that's first key is just cash in general is I think the safest
Try to
bet.
use cash versus the debit or the credit card.
Exactly.
Why is that so important?
I think just beyond the basics of course, you have interest and all those kind of things. I think overspending is a big issue when you have a credit card versus having cash. But I think, identity theft, security breaches for credit cards. I think I just read the other day, Capital One, who's the 5th largest credit card company in the world, just in July had 105 breaches of their customers' credit cards. I think in last year you had over 446 million. It's a big problem. Over the last decade, 10 billion. So it's a real serious problem.
What else, aside from trying to use more cash and less credit, what can you do to try to keep your finances in check?
I think one of the things I've had clients do sometimes is have a budget for how much you want to spend, and then kind of prioritize it by family. So if you like your spouse better than your favorite uncle, and that's actually a unique strategy I've had clients come to me about. Say, well, David, I'm going to spend this much on my wife and kids, and kind of that tier down to spend. Okay, I'm going to spend a little less on friends or coworkers, and so I think
decide
that's kind
maybe how much you want to spend overall,
exactly,
and then write all the people, and then start plugging it in and seeing if you can manage it.
Exactly. That's why you overspend on your favorite friend versus your husband or wife, right? That you should have bought something for.
Sure. Any other ways to kind of look at this situation, either to save money or to figure out a way to make your money work for yourself? I mean, we're all struggling. We're all trying to kind of make a penny go longer.
I think per paycheck's nice. We still have like 5 weeks out, I think, for Christmas. So, paycheck, saying, okay, save a little bit here, save a little bit there, kind of like layaway for yourself, right?
Okay.
We have clients that do that, and always advised to kind of save ahead of time for that time when you got to spend a lot of money.
Okay, I think we might have a list of some other tips I'm hearing. Do we have a list of tips? Oh, okay. Well, we've got a list of tips. Allows you to stay within a set budget. Well, we talked about the budget. Protects money from security breaches. Okay. Talked a little bit about that. Well, you talk about the interest on credit cards. It can be exorbitant.
Yeah, and a lot of people play the game of, okay, I'll switch this card to this card for zero interest. But yeah, it's, the average credit card is around 20–25%. So, I mean, it's pretty significant. The bottom line, cash is always a better way to go. Okay.
I guess you can look for coupons, right? I mean, you can try to figure out ways to get the same item for a lot less, or maybe try to find a similar item for less. There's shopping around. There's those Black Friday opportunities that some people are better at than others.
Yes, absolutely. And that's hopefully that comes with, with bottom line of shopping. You're going to get, hopefully, those deals you can get. And unfortunately, a lot of them are credit card deals, right? You get a free credit card, you get 10% off at Macy's or whatever it is. So, again, cash is always going to be your safest bet. And just allocate the cash that you're willing to spend for that holiday.
David Reyes, thanks for the tips.
I appreciate it.